5 to 500, 500.
These days, it seems almost impossible to find time to go to the doctor. With tests from Everlywell, I can stop worrying and stressing about my health. Being able to take their tests at home allows me to spend more time with family and get back to enjoying life. And I'm excited to learn more about my body and making my health a priority. Everlywell makes it easier for me to live a longer and healthier life so I can enjoy what really matters most.
Chef Arvin, Chef Martin, your desserts had to include sugar cookie dough, bittersweet chocolate, figs, and yellow miso paste. Chef Arvin, what did you create?
I came up with a sugar cookie dough sandwich filled with lemon ricotta, fresh figs, and a sauce made with pink peppercorn, cinnamon, and molasses. The chocolate is painted on the bottom layer, and it has a little bit of cayenne pepper inside.
I think you could have benefited from maybe just cutting the cookie a little bit smaller, more uniform in size.
I love the ricotta element. It's similar to like the cannoli, and I like that fig. Unfortunately, when I mix this bottom layer with this
Miso molasses.
molasses, it's a little bit too much miso, and so it's really very assertive.
As I was tasting it, I tried to tone it down, but it just didn't come out the way I really wanted it.
Now it's your turn, Chef Martin.
I made a red wine glazed figs with chocolate cream and yellow miso cookie. My pastry background is not the strongest, that's why I choose something that I felt I'm safe with.
Chef, it looked to us that you were setting out to make a mousse, and then when you presented, you called it a cream. So did the mousse end up being a little softer than you had intended?
No, not necessarily. It's just a different word that I've used. I could have called it mousse.
I like the figs a lot, the miso with the cookie dough. You know, it's a great execution.
Thank you very much.
Is your presentation, if you were to serve this dessert in a restaurant, would you serve it this way?
In a restaurant, I would have more time, and presentation-wise, you might be right. It might not be the prettiest dessert, but that wasn't my main goal.
The judges will take into account how you did across the board with your meals as they make a final decision. Thank you.
I think it's a very even competition, and
Yeah.
I think in the first round I might have been a little bit ahead, and the second round you were definitely ahead.
When it comes to dessert, you don't know if you want to push the envelope that far like I did.
Yeah,
And then, obviously, you took the other route.
I feel that I like my dessert a lot better than this.
So after two previous courses from these chefs, did you get what you expected from their desserts?
I think we did. I think it was a real culmination on both of their parts of what we had seen throughout.
Chef Arvin really depended a lot on that sugar cookie to be a center role in his dessert, and I thought that was a mistake.
Yes, but the rest of the figs that Arvin made, I really liked it a lot.
And with the oyster dish, I think Arvin had some really interesting flavors going on with that chutney of apricot and the cardamom, but unfortunately, one of my oysters had chutney, one had a little bit, and one had none.
Yeah.
But for a man who's never eaten pork in
I
his
know.
life, Arvin really made us a pork chop that was just beautiful.
I think of Martin's oysters in the shell with just the right amount of chutney on them, and the pork chop so carefully balanced with those vegetables. And then I arrive at this disorganized pool of chocolate.
The one thing Martin really needed with that dessert was more time for that mousse to settle. It wasn't going to set in time.
But the question is, was the flavor so compelling that it will make you overlook the presentation flaws in it?
Okay, so can you pick the next chop champion?
I think we can.
Absolutely.
Yes, we can.
Excellent.
I really want this bad, so winning this would absolutely mean the world to me.
I think I had the longer 3 courses. I really wanted to win. I made it that far. I don't want to get kicked out now.
The judges have reached a consensus. So, whose dish is on the chopping block?
Thank you.
Chef Arvin, you have been chopped.
Chef, when it came to your appetizer, you had missed some of the toppings on the oysters. With the dessert, there were so many flavors that were ping-ponging off of each other. It really didn't give us a true interpretation of what that dessert could have meant. But if you just continue